Hi, I'm Linda from English Learning Mind Map. Today, we will learn about Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift can captivate audiences and reinvent artistry across multiple musical eras. In simple terms, Taylor Swift keeps people interested and renews her creative style again and again. Songwriting. Within Taylor Swift, songwriting helps craft narratives and evoke introspection that define much of her appeal. In simpler words, songwriting means building strong stories and making listeners think deeply about feelings and experiences. Narrative voice. Under songwriting, narrative voice can convey perspective and anchor storytelling so that Taylor Swift songs sound distinctive and coherent. In simple terms, narrative voice gives the songs a clear point of view and keeps the story grounded. Autobiographical detail. Because narrative voice becomes more vivid through specificity, autobiographical detail can embed specifics and authenticate expression in Taylor Swift lyrics. In simpler language, autobiographical detail adds exact personal touches that make the emotions feel real and believable. Emotional nuance. Also within songwriting, emotional nuance lets Taylor Swift articulate ambivalence and intensify resonance rather than present feelings in a flat way. In simple words, emotional nuance shows mixed emotions and makes the songs affect listeners more strongly. Vulnerability. As emotional nuance becomes more personal, vulnerability can expose insecurities and invite empathy in a direct yet thoughtful manner. In simpler terms, vulnerability means admitting fears or pain so that people understand and feel with her. Public image. Beyond music itself, Taylor Swift must navigate attention and curate identity through her public image in the public sphere. In simple language, public image is about handling fame and shaping how other people see her. Media scrutiny. Within public image, media scrutiny can withstand speculation and reframe narratives whenever Taylor Swift becomes a subject of intense discussion. In simpler words, media scrutiny means facing public guessing and trying to change the story around her. Reputation. Because media scrutiny affects perception, reputation may counter criticism and reassert control over how Taylor Swift is understood. In simple terms, reputation is the broader public opinion that she tries to defend and shape. Fan engagement. Also under public image, fan engagement helps Taylor Swift cultivate loyalty and sustain interaction with her audience over time. In simpler language, fan engagement means keeping fans connected, involved, and emotionally committed. Easter eggs. To strengthen fan engagement, Easter eggs can plant clues and stimulate anticipation before releases or announcements. In simple words, Easter eggs are hidden hints that make fans curious and eager to search for meaning. Business strategy. Alongside image and art, Taylor Swift uses business strategy to leverage ownership and expand influence across the music industry. In simpler terms, business strategy means making smart professional choices that increase control and reach. Re-recordings. Within business strategy, re-recordings allow Taylor Swift to reclaim catalogs and recontextualize work from earlier stages of her career. In simple language, re-recordings mean making new versions of old albums to regain power over them. Master's ownership. Because re-recordings are tied to control, master's ownership can secure rights and consolidate autonomy in a very practical sense. In simpler words, master's ownership is about legally controlling the original recordings and becoming more independent. Brand management. Also under business strategy, brand management helps Taylor Swift orchestrate messaging and differentiate eras with unusual precision. In simple terms, brand management means planning her themes and public presentation so each phase feels distinct. Merchandising. As brand management extends beyond music, merchandising can monetize symbolism and reinforce identity around each Taylor Swift era. In simpler language, merchandising turns album themes into products that also strengthen the overall image. Cultural impact. Beyond the industry, Taylor Swift demonstrates cultural impact because she can shape discourse and transcend entertainment alone. In simple words, cultural impact means her influence reaches wider conversations and matters beyond just songs. Generational influence. Within cultural impact, generational influence helps Taylor Swift articulate experiences and mirror transitions that many listeners recognize. In simpler terms, generational influence means her work reflects important life changes and emotions shared by a generation. Relatability. Because generational influence depends on connection, relatability can normalize emotions and forge identification among diverse audiences. In simple language, relatability makes people feel that the songs understand their own lives and feelings. Industry change. Also within cultural impact, industry change can challenge norms and influence negotiations throughout the contemporary music business. In simpler words, industry change means Taylor Swift helps push the industry to rethink old rules and practices. Artist rights. As part of industry change, artist rights can advocate fairness and protect creators when contracts and ownership are debated. In simple terms, artist rights means musicians should be treated fairly and keep more control over their work. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more English lessons.